It's very, very important because when you have a character that has a very, like, I wouldn't say linear. I mean, I guess linear, but very big, one obvious win condition, which is charge shot. This is how you play the game. This is how you play advantage. This is how you ledge trap. This is how you get a disadvantage. Then a lot of players are ultimately left kind of like confused when their main win condition gets destroyed.
Shut down,
but
yeah.
NUTLORD, I feel like, is not the case.
Yeah.
I feel like NUTLORD is very versatile with how they play outside of charge shot.
Extremely.
And that's really important because you're going to run into people who know the matchup. So it's a case of like, what do you do when they do? What do you do when they play around charge shot?
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to have to see here.
Yeah, very, very good. And here we go. Lids versus NUTLORD, Samus versus Wario. Honestly, thoughts on the matchup? Because I do feel like Samus has is actually very decent in this matchup.
Yeah, Samus is the archetype, like quite a big zoner archetype, but very, very broken in the sense that they have a lot of very good tools to keep you out. But the second you get in, all they have to do is shield. Up out shield is frame 4 and massive, as we see here. Yeah. So they immediately put you back. You get through the gulag, the bullet undertale, the bullet hell undertale game that is the zoning, and then they immediately just hit you back here, like hit you back behind the wall. It's incredible to see.
Incredible to see. And right now, Lids out here repping James Corden on the tag, goes for the SD. I love that. Love that. A little bit of Scottish support, helping the UK out. I really appreciate that. Definitely.
Indeed, indeed. And
my lad with the Islamic Relief SD there. Beautiful stuff.
Incredible to see. And honestly, SDs happen here and there, It's a part of competition, but ultimately what defines the higher level, the top level competitors is their mentality. How do you respond to when you've SD'd?
Yeah.
Do you shake it off? Do you let it affect you? You go back immediately with rage in your soul, or do you take a moment to let the waters calm before you go in calm and calculated? And ultimately, we're going to have to wait and see because Lids, at the moment, the lead is running away from them.
Yeah. Honestly, this is playing out very... I thought it would play out like this because of how, like I said, aggressive NUTLORD Samus is. We're seeing him constantly take space here. Not just sitting back and letting charge. Because obviously, if you do that, what's going to happen is that waft's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger over time. But with good stuff from Lids, taking it, the stock with that back end, that beautiful, beautiful stuff. Can NUTLORD over here, can he retaliate?
Indeed. Honestly, Lids has been doing a really good job of pulling it back so far. Even though a really, really early SD, they've still brought it back to even stocks at the moment. And they have NUTLORD a little bit uncomfortable is what I want to say. Not entirely uncomfortable because they're still able to play their game. The up B is just immediately getting stage control, but we're seeing these hard reads coming out here every now and then.
That's Waft ready.
It's that slight little bit of discomfort building up. And as you mentioned with Waft, a lot of people say you end up playing usually a 2-stock game against Wario because one of those is going to be guaranteed an early Waft stock.
It's very, 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 very dangerous. And obviously that thing's locked and loaded now. Ready to let rip it at any time. That heavyweight on Wario, it should be banned, bro. Why is he so heavy? He doesn't die to the up B, but dies to the up throw.
But immediately, you have to be careful because, like I said, it doesn't matter that they SD'd. You're not having an even game because you're playing a 2-stock game. Liz was basically saying, you know what? I'm going to make it fair. If you're playing a 2-stock game, I'll play a 2-stock game too. And now we're seeing it's even. Out here playing Smash 4. Jesus.
I don't know what. He did some ritual mating dance with the bike there. Did you see that? It was absolutely, he got farted on.
Exactly.
Absolutely
decimated, bro.
Absolutely destroyed. But,
no time wasted.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm seeing Lids get a lot of hits in.
No jump here. Oh, the bomb just narrowly saving them. Good heavens. What is NUTLORD's answer to this wrecker?
I'm not too sure. I mean, it's mainly right now Liz just spamming the hell out of that back air. And, oh, there we go. Okay, manages to get past it. Very nice. That's a level 1 waft actually ready. We saw that.
Indeed.
Little flash there. Uh-oh, that's bad. That's very bad.
You got to be very careful because any commitment, any slight commitment, Wario will just explode you. Not quite with the same death capacity as before. As the percent racks up, the back airs, the dash attacks, the F tilts, they're going to be there.
I think this is, that back air.
Exactly as we said.
Amazing stuff.
The back airs, the dash attack, the F tilts, the back air in this case is going to be there.
Okay, I do think at the end of once Wario's used this waft, he's not getting that level 3 waft for a long time.
Yeah.
And I feel like as Samus in that situation, I feel like I love the aggressive gameplay. At the start, it was very good. It was very fun. I mean, he did get hit quite a lot. But on that last stock, after he's used that waft, I see no reason why he shouldn't just rely on charge shot then.
Yeah. This is definitely a case of you have to chill. Because we're seeing these slight overcommitments. As a zoner, you have to take your time. You have to be you have to be wary of your callouts versus the explosive CQC characters. Wario is one of them. Really, really good frame data. And when they get on you, you just die. We saw that with the up air to wafts. Doesn't matter that they were at a 50% deficit. Boom, gone. Started off the set at a stock deficit and still won. You have to be careful with these commitments. And it's a case of, will NUTLORD be able to do that? Will they be able to hang back a little bit more and wait for Lids to be the one to play?
That's the question on everyone's minds right now. Here we are back in it for game 2 of this amazing set already. Lids honestly scores. You are lying, bro. This guy's pretty good. But honestly, all these Scottish players are just absolutely crazy. Lids being no exception to that at all. But honestly,
what, they saved them? But there's no jump. There's no bike.
Absolutely crazy once again, giving up another stock for the Scottish foundation, bro. I love that from Lids. You know what a graceful soul.
That was honestly a case of NUTLORD just being insane. They covered the options. They covered the recovery options very, very well. The guaranteed path, and Lids was left a little bit lost. But immediately, when Lids loses their stock, they never take it lying down. They immediately answer back because 80% immediately done on deck. What is NUTLORD's answer to this?
Yeah, honestly, I don't know what happened really, but NUTLORD's completely changed the pace here. Really, like that first game, it felt like he was the one getting hit more than Lids was, but now. He's absolutely he's the one that's in charge of the game right now. Absolutely got all the momentum in his hands, getting hit with that clap there, with that up air, that bike hitting him as well. The back air's not going to land either though. And Lids is once again on the back foot. I don't know where you're going, not that down air isn't hitting anyone, but that back air is.
Indeed, indeed. Excellent option escape, option coverage, just get past it. But NUTLORD is now in a very, very good position. As I say, as Liz immediately answers back. But it is a case of they have the stock lead, they're chilling. Ultimately, Liz is the one who's having to make this comeback, having to immediately approach back. And before they were at like a stock deficit, now there's a 2-stock deficit, you know? The first game they were at least able to close it out, but now they have to at least get one waft stock and another regular stock.
Yeah, I don't know what Liz was doing there. I mean, I guess, oh my god, that's the thing. That's what he does all the time, the up airs into the... He usually changes his up airs into that up B and gets a really early damn stock. But Lids on that platform on the left side, before he lost the stock, he was just hanging around there. NUTLORD made multiple attempts really bad attempts actually to try and punish him for being there. He gave Lids so much time to get out there, but didn't do much. Lost that stock though, and now 2 stocks to 1. I can't lie, Waft isn't going to be helping much here unless you manage to...
Lids with no jump, having to use the bike to escape back, but Waft is on deck. If there's any situation where NUTLORD needs to be careful, it's now! Because now you're lost stock with Wario. Waft is online. You have to play such a careful game because one nair, one up air, and you could just see death.
You know, alhamdulillah, bro. You know, like both of these players just so gracious, you know, giving out these stocks for free for all the needy kids out there that want to... I don't even know, bro. But,
we do a little bit of charity work every now and then, but unfortunately, the one win condition, the main win condition that Lids had is now offline. They have to play a they have to play a more honest game. I wouldn't say an honest game because Wario is insane, but they have to play a more honest game now. Because without Wafts, they have to find their way back versus Samus on ledge.
Oh, wow, that forward air barely missing there. Gets the chomp there. Beautiful stuff. And the chomp's the wrong way. I don't know what you're doing. It gets the, oh my god, NUTLORD. Got that jab. Doesn't get anything off it though. He does that a lot. He does that jab one quite a lot to kind of break the momentum. But honestly, what you wanted there was a big hit.
NUTLORD on the back. NUTLORD got an even game at the moment, but the up B will take it.
I can't lie, man. That was way too close for comfort. That's such a... That's probably the worst time to SD, you know?
Yeah.
Where you have Wario with that waft on line as well.
Exactly. You're happy to sacrifice one stock to waft, but if you're on your last stock, you have no capacity to sacrifice anymore. You can't give out any more stock to charity because the charity will immediately take more. It's insane, bro. You need to... But at the same time, you know, the patience still did pay off and allowed NUTLORD to secure it out in those very last moments, just waiting. Not trying to commit to anything that could get them back at or the hashtag, just waiting for Liz to swing into them and getting that guaranteed win condition. I know you're at high percent, so I'm just going to up B. It's fast, it's big, and it'll kill you. Yeah,
definitely. But honestly, seeing the way this goes, I feel like Lids might be the one that has like most of the control in the game. I feel like even though he literally plays on 2 stocks every single time himself.
Yeah, and they still bring it back. He still brings it back. No matter where or when NUTLORD is, Lids is always able to apply the pressure. So it's a case of, will Lids be able to do that and get more off of it? Because we're seeing these last stock scenarios, last hit. And it did work out in game 1, but game 2, you know, you need that little extra push, that little extra bit of safety just to secure it. So will Lids be capable of that? Can he do it?
Honestly, that's what I'm thinking too. I mean, given this guy doesn't SD, you know, like, might have it in the bag, honestly. But those SDs are looking more like a subscription more than a one-time payment, you know, for Lids here. But hopefully he doesn't SD again. With that charge shot, very nice, the small one. Ooh, tries going up the up B, and that was the prime time to get a punish there. Lids Goodness me. Trying to find an opening here. No players just scrapping back and forth here.
Exactly. We're yet to see a definitive lead at the moment, but that is Samus with no jump. Lid's not quite able to capitalize on the opportunity, but still, NUTLORD is definitely uncomfortable at the moment because the pressure is not stopping. There's no point at which NUTLORD has space to breathe, Rekka.
Ooh, honestly, it's so difficult right now, NUTLORD. How are you going to get back from here? That back air just covering so much, man. Oh my god, and
we're seeing a lot of slippery movement. We mentioned it with Legault Grand Finals, but we're seeing a lot of slippery movement off stage here from NUTLORD because despite not having a jump at multiple opportunities, they're still able to weave with the bomb around Liz's threat range, around where Liz wants to be, and ultimately allows them to keep applying, get back into the game, you know? It's insane.
Yeah, all tries to go for those down B bombs there. But ultimately, Lids manages to make it back, gets the dash attack in, and chomps on a well-deserved bite. You know, after a long, hard day of work, the first thing I do when I get back from work is I just take a massive bite out of my bike. You know?
Exactly.
Really.
It's the latest thing on the menu of Umar Eats. You always have to be careful. You know? You always have to be careful.
Of course, man. You know, that bike is some good eats right there. Heals a whole 2%. But, you know, it's what it is.
It is what it is, you know. Sometimes a guy's got to eat. A guy's got to eat.
But actually what it also does is it gets that waft ready and waiting. Actually eating that bike, eating anything, makes waft come even quicker. Actually, and there we go. The waft just taking NUTLORD stock there. And honestly, at 2 stocks for Lids, he could very well get a second.
Exactly. He could definitely go for seconds. He's definitely looking hungry to me, Rekka. He's definitely looking hungry. Like,
can't lie, brother. You make me think about food on comm scores, bro.
My fault,
it's my
bro.
biggest weakness is
My
commentary, bro.
fault.
I'm thinking about that chicken rasta pasta I just had, man. Honestly, some absolutely delicious munch right now. And right now, NUTLORD's anxious. He's desperate to give Liz a taste of that massive charge shot to the face, the back air even.
Exactly. But unfortunately, Lids is a shot in the water right now. And above all else, he's hungry. He's hungry for more.
But the guy isn't even waiting for what. I love this, actually. He's not even like waiting for waft. He's actually just going in there. And he's really making NUTLORD uncomfortable, actually. So
exactly. There's no point at which NUTLORD feels safe to pressure charge shot. It's only once they get past that wall, get past that little bit of pressure. But immediately the waft's coming out. Like, I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. They're saying, you know, I don't need this to beat you. Like,
it's kind of disrespectful, honestly. I would personally just absolutely decimate him at this point.
And
that is, damn, what an amazing like little reversal there, actually.
That's mad. I didn't even know that was a thing. Used up B to set them up perfectly, and boom, slapped away. Liz is very hungry right now.
Yeah, so he up B'd, and he cancelled the last hit with ledge grab, right?
Yeah.
Wow, that was pretty cool, actually. I can't believe I'm calling Wario cool, whose best combo is up tilt into fighting on someone, but wow, that was pretty.
I'm really enjoying the Liz gameplay at the moment. I love it. There's just constant pressure, but not even. There are slight opportunities, slight moments where they're unsafe, but for the most part, it's usually safe, aggressive pressure, and I really like that. There's not a moment where NUTLORD feels comfortable charging charge shot, and that means you're fundamentally shut down Samus' main win condition. Ultimately, there are a couple instances where NUTLORD's still able to be slippery, mainly off stage, because it seems Liz isn't too comfortable with dealing with bomb edge guards, or at least in the manner that NUTLORD's using it. But still, when you're winning neutral a lot of the time and you're killing very early, it's seeming that these interactions aren't too important.
Yeah, honestly, it's very, very crazy. Coming from NUTLORD, honestly, absolutely crazy from Lids. Like, honestly, I didn't think the Scots could cook, bro. I looked at Haggis, I'm like, what the hell is that? But
yeah, exactly. You see the Scottish meals.
Looking at Lids, bro. These Scots definitely onto something.
They definitely got something cooking, that's for sure. Yeah. Usually Scottish meals look like dubious food.
Yeah,
but we're seeing a gourmet meal that Liz is offering right now, man.
Shout out to Shrek for teaching these guys, bro.
Shout out to Shrek, indeed.
It's honestly, right now, it's looking like Lids is swapped right here. Guys.
Oh my goodness, he's definitely in control right now. Liz is definitely the one being like, this is my stage, this is my control, what are you going to do about it?
Definitely not looking like a lot more like a donkey right now. Up tilt, up air. Ooh, absolutely getting clapped here with that back air too. Beautiful stuff.
And slowly you're seeing that little bit of doubt that NUTLORD's slipperiness is creating right there. Not quite being able to, you know, catch those situations off stage. And as a result, Liz is just having to like go back for stage control, but that allows NUTLORD to get back.
No, stop it, NUTLORD.
No, we saw what happened last time, NUTLORD. Be careful. You can't be too crazy with the bike, because otherwise, Liz just immediately answers right back. Says, you know what? I don't think you have the parking permit for that.
I don't think you got the capacity for that, big man. Like, I'm being real. I'm being real, man. It's just you're not him, unfortunately.
Exactly. I'm seeing the patience from Lids at the moment, just slowly building up that waft. They're seeing the charge shot build up, but they don't, you know, they're still applying light pressure. But NUTLORD is taking that to the bank at the moment. You're saying, okay, a little bit of space is all I need to set up my game, and now you have to deal with the wall. I built the wall. I am Minecraft Steve. I built the stage control wall. What are you going to do to get past it? What are you going to do?
That's the question, really, and honestly. They're fighting for contention of that platform there, and that up B just really, you know, separating the two, resetting the situation, but Liz just going back in there. Honestly, I feel like, wow, Liz is playing really well right now, honestly, but unfortunately, NUTLORD just keeps managing to get to separate, using that up B especially, to kind of reset the situation each and every time. Probably be a little bit more wary of that. Oh my god, that could have led into a really sick confirm from NUTLORD with that down B. Hold on.
Oh, but NUTLORD's so slippery off stage, it's impossible to catch them, at least for Lids. And still catching it with the waft. That's insane. Immediately finding their way back into the game, but that does not go unanswered.
Uh-oh, we're seeing the last stop Wario with no waft. But I do know, we see that Liz can scrap, and he's scrapping right now with literally just back air, actually. That's like 5 backers in a row. That's 6 backers in a row. That was like 6 backers in a row.
Immediately he gets the waft and is like, you know what, let's just finish up the game, bro.
Honestly,
We can't let this be overcooked.